What's that? Creepy. Okay. Hello! You're back with another Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint work. Reap! Yeah! Get your stretches in. Make sure to yawn out all the bad energy. Get ready for some reading. I lay my phone on top of Miko. And Miko is somewhere. So, last week we stopped on chapter 69. Pretty good stopping point. And we got some new information, some new skills, some new monsters, even some new items. And this week, starting signified by the color purple over here, we're going to go from at least 70 to 79. Maybe more? I don't know. I'm planning at least like 2 hours of work, so let's get into it. The contract mechanic is not something I will use in my story, I think. Maybe, but we can work that out when it comes to it. I don't think it's something I already got. Yep. Doctor has no idea what his abilities are. Bro, we would already be in the next scenario, and God would already be in ruins if you are. Like, what the frick do you mean? I'm a good queen, a good king. No matter who's that on the. I'm a renouncer, are you? Not a renouncer. Remember you. No renouncer, he read everything. How much of Twister have you read? Used up all 3 questions. The most important one, answer me! No, it can't be. No one could have been mad enough to... Mad? Here it comes. Oh, it's the bully time. Character? Yeah, it's Bully Boy. Humanoid demon. I wonder how some chose to remain humans and used coin farms, while others gave up their humanity and live on as a new species. Must have used the meteorites. Somehow as a meteorite you can turn into a demon, like a humanoid demon. The humanoid demon, you're still going to have you're still conscious, you still have a mind. But I want you probably they are still incarnations. They are probably not deemed monsters. I wonder. Or the last renouncer. The stats and attributes of all the other renouncers. To mention that the first disciple came to see him as soon as it's known. Is it her ability as the first renouncer or her ability as the author? You have heard that name before. Yes, on him it says the renowned souls only read chapter 173. So Dogja kept on talking about this whole thing, and then this guy just went in and read a singular chapter. He read a singular chapter just to... Maybe Dogja didn't get to read the chapter yet, and he read chapter 173 before Dogja and then spoiled him on it. Hello Eileen, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you had a nice day, and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. And you. The art is still so epic. Like, I'm thinking about the art of like that demon we saw in like the latest chapter when he threw like the powerful bomb fire attack. I feel like monsters and demons are just such cool. Tier 6 humanoid demon werewolf. That's a monster. Tier 6. It is called a humanoid demon. I will probably call it a fiend and not a humanoid or a beast. So werewolves are not beasts, werewolves are not humanoids, werewolves are fiends. Even though they technically also have like an affiliation with beast and humanoid. But just for the clarification in the bestiary, they are fiends, I guess. Yes, are fiends. What the frick are you doing? Holy shit, you should have stayed retired. There was like a German like moderator for many TV shows, and he was like retired for a long time, but he came back for like a paid TV thing. I don't know. You already look like manic and freaking crazy during that time. Hey, look at that. One of the Suyongs got decapitated. Carnivorous threat. Activated mental barrier free. Okay, carnivorous threat is a new personal skill. Oops. Carnivorous. Do you write it like that? Carnivorous. It doesn't seem like he... I mean, it said he has activated it, so it must be an active skill. So I would just say this costs also like 2 spell points. I feel like carnivorous threat might be like a secondary version of like threaten. So it just is like another boost to intimidation. But it's not passive like the standard, like in act. Already got mental barrier. T-Rex had this as well. Wait, let me check. Maybe I didn't write it down because I saw the T-Rex as like a monster. Monster. I wrote down carnivorous fear, which very likely is the same thing. It seems to just be like different translations. But I'm going to... I mean, you're not wrong that I technically should not put this here in personal skill and put this in like the monster. Oops, that's... Put it into like the monster stat thing here. It depends, like... Does he still have like an... Is he still an Incarnation? Can he have a Constellation to support him? Or is he more deemed monster or Constellation? That's the big question. But, I'm just going to call it the same thing here. He has a Constellation. So I think it's okay that it's also in here. Let me actually call it reverse front. Let me just call it for both of them. call it carnivorous threats, so tame. Movement has been slowed. Or they're frightened, yeah. Familiar. Like the eyes. It's the eyes. Like, it's crazy, like, how the eyes from this werewolf, you think like those eyes look crazy. But I feel like his human eyes almost look even more manic, even more crazy and insane. I was reading it. Tier 6 humanoids may be strong. Here he's calling him a tier 6 humanoid instead of a tier 6 demon. I mean, they were called a humanoid demon. So I'm really wondering if I should categorize him as a humanoid? Or as a demon? Or as a beast because they are werewolves? I don't know. I don't know. Problems with I love these. These are one of my favorite drawings instead of all of Omniscient Viewpoint. Just like when you can see these monsters. The rest. Poor Dogja. You know, this is one of the, I think this is maybe the one of the times where Dogja has been the most hurt by an enemy. And this Minus Song guy, probably still top tier. Omen of the Great Hall looks like a regular old rain cloud. Omen of the Great Hall. Omen of the Great. Look at all of these. It's always interesting to consider this because at this point we don't know that Sooyoung uses like different parts of her memory to create these avatars. So I wonder which small memories she's just sacrificing to push them into. And it's also interesting that in this part she's still making them all look different. Later on they just stopped doing that, maybe because they were too lazy to do different designs and just did Sooyoung over and over again. I mean, it's kind of hard to always come up with different designs, but I mean, you could use random NPCs we have seen elsewhere. You could use color swaps of characters that you normally use. I just think using different appearances besides just Sooyoung would be a nice touch. Minus. Traumatized you a little? Doesn't even make sense. But it can tell me, let Big Sis help you out. Don't people suddenly power up with a few words of encouragement, Twister? I'm not Hyunsung. Hurts more than usual. Yep, the fourth wall blocks all of fear, pain, and all kinds of mental problems. Overrated thing. Humanoid monster. You know what? Well, react with air. Humanoid. But when everybody comes in, see this. Going to let it run till the stream is over. Or we have like a clear-cut winner. 28 years old. Sooyoung is 30 or 29? Crazy. One who overcame the trials a little. Bounties now. From within a given time limit and rid yourself of one of the specters of your past. Hey, 6,000 coins, agility. Man, probably 6,000 coins to go from 30 to 40. I mean, yeah, it's like, it is the thing that I wrote down. Everybody begins to feel as agile as 15,500, 25 to 50. Muscles are bulging like a monster. Holy. It's like 3 years younger than Dogja. She called herself Big Sis. You know, maybe this version of her body is 3 years younger. But maybe mentally she's like thousands of years old because she's the author of Twista. Oh, is he moving so fast? Yeah, he used coins. The game is pay to win, by the way. Oh no, his arm! Never forget. King of no killing. Well, this is a monster and not a human, so it doesn't matter. You can kill monsters without any problems. Silky regeneration. Skill exclusive to werewolves. Giving a protection. So I can werewolf physical regeneration. Dogja just keeps on buffing him. But this is an 800. Yep, so that's right. All those stats have neared the limit set for the scenario. Ew, I didn't get to greet you properly. Bang! No, he punched a dog. How could they do it? How could you punch a dog? Dogs are not. Dogs don't deserve this kind of thing. Crazy how you can see the human behind him. Oh, he turned back into human. Look how small the eyes are. He's just a predator. No such thing as a little trauma. Yep, every trauma is a trauma, and traumas are big. All grown up. Good at all since then. Yep, bullies are always the people who peak in high school. That's over for them. Peaking in high school, nothing more. It's over. Once you are out of school and physical strength can't make you the king anymore, you're just done. Nobody cares about you anymore. Is what I would like to say, but it seems like bullies have found their way to become quite successful in the real world as well. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't know better. That's something the bullies always say. It was just something stupid he did in his youth. But you were 17 years old. As 17-year-old, you should have some form of capability, understanding what you're doing. It's not that 17-year-olds are not children. 17-year-olds can vote in some things. It's always crazy to me how some people are like, yeah, once you're 18, you have to be responsible. Okay, so No, you just have to be responsible to some degree as always. 17-year-olds get way too much freedom because they're 1 year below 18. Dude, it's only 1 year. And suddenly with 18 you have to have all of your shit together? Some are mentally children, yes. But it's also like... Also some 30-year-olds are mentally children. But 30-year-olds get shit for that because they had 12 years to get their shit together or something. I'm just saying that 17-year-olds... Like saying, oh yeah, he didn't know better because he was 17. That's way too easy. So why do millions upon millions of other 17-year-olds know better? And not do these kind of shitty things? It's just the easy way out to be like, yeah, I was 17, so I didn't know better. No, no, no. I have a personal grudge against the situation of like, oh, he was only 17 back then. He didn't know better. He's 19 now. He knows way better now. I have a personal grudge against that. It might be 20. I don't remember if it was 19 or 20, but I have a personal grudge against that. Because that's what I once heard, and no, the person was not better. The person didn't change at all from 17. He was an asshole at 17, and he was still an asshole at 20. Look at the little puppy. Now he's less intimidating and more of a puppy. Fantasy novels. I still read fantasy novels. But he's also living on. I heard of 50-year-olds still living with their mom ago. Age doesn't always matter. But with that statement, I also want to say, I don't feel like it's... Technically, it's not the biggest problem to live with your parents. Because there can be many reasons for it. Like, there can be many reasons for why you would live with your... So, I feel like it's not the worst thing. Quite some time. 50 is obviously old, but at that age you could also say like, I'm taking care of my mother because she's of old age and she needs help. Stigma. Self-justification. Curious to try. Him. Not human. You have the laundry, not the other way. Yeah, I mean... Obviously there are some weird situations, some odd, bad situations, but... I just want to say it's not always... When you hear like somebody, oh, I'm 25 and still live with my parents, I'm 30 and still live with my parents, I'm 40 and still live with my parents, it's not as clear cut as to instantly judge the person for it. Reddit though. Reddit? This is the Shrug Dogja, I used him somewhere else. Dogja already knew, he got a blessing from something. Which Demon King was it? The Architect of Discord. Demon King, Architect of Discord. This architect must have changed something in the UI of Discord not that long ago, and now I know some friends that are saying, damn, this new Discord UI? That's not it, Chief. It's not it, Chief. Remember this Incarnation of the subject out. I wonder if that ever will come back. Because I don't remember it being particularly relevant. And I like Soo-young so much. Such a good character. He gives so much good comedic potential. Oh, the small tear. Could you? Constellations aren't the only powerful beings in Starstream. They're powerful beings who've refused to become constellations and wander the scenarios. Demon King. So I wonder, like, there's powerful beings who refuse to become constellations and wander the scenarios. The Demon Kings. So technically, the Demon Kings are just incarnations, right? They are called Demon Kings because they are so powerful. But I wonder if some of these Demon Kings, like when you hear Demon King, you presume, you think they must be evil. But if it just said some powerful beings who refuse to become constellations, under the scenarios, Demon Kings. So are all the people that didn't decide to become constellations, are they all called Demon Kings? Or are there like people that refuse to become constellations and are also like very powerful beings, but they are not Demon Kings? Incarnations, Demon Kings seek subjects, but some slightly different. Usually those who become humanoid demons or devil-type monsters. Andras, the architect of Discord, is a Demon King in the lower ranks of the 72 Demon Kings. He is represented by wolves. Great Marquis of Hell, having under his command 30 legions of demons. Those discord amongst people. According to the Goetia, Andras was a Grand Marquis of Hell, appearing with a winged angel's body and the head of an owl. Or Andras was considered to be a highly dangerous demon who could kill conjuring magician and his assistants if precautions were not taken. Myongo is still alive. Cursed by the King God of Wrath and Lust. Nobody knows if he's still alive. Nobody knows. At least in this part. Good terms with them. Not the articles. Hold on. Constellation you're after? And don't have a supporting Constellation yet. She's so pretty in this panel. She's so freaking pretty. Oh my god, I can't take it. Look how gorgeous she looks here. They're told of choosing a supporting constellation for as long as possible. We got Uriel, we got Monkey King, we got Secretive Plotter. Who is this guy? If these are the big constellations helping out Dogja, who is this guy? It's... So, is this what the... Not like a depiction of Abyssal Black Flame Dragon. This must be somebody else. I don't know. Haven't chosen yet. First reader. Pretty weak. I think at some point if he tries to kill her, she will just body him. This is later on in the story. I feel like it. Choose anyone specific in mind? Don't interest me. Who is it? After a great sage heaven's equal or something? Hehe. You know of a constellation named the Abyssal Black Flame Dragon? Constellation for edgelords, darkness, hate, destruction. I will destroy you all. Kick, 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 kick. Maritime war god. Watching you. Look at her. Alright, good thinking. He'll make a great constellation on you. I was just yet. Here, you punk! Wolf headquarters. Cannibalism. Everybody loves a good session of cannibalism to turn into a demon. Holy prop. Oh, it's mommy time. These characters, I really wondered if some of them were going to be relevant. But in the end, it's only Mother and like this person. This person, I feel like she's going to be maybe even irrelevant in the future on, and already did like this small thing that she was meant to. Who knows? Someone just like Betsuada Pentention. The group over there. He's the leader. Profile. Meteorite. Werewolf's head. No. Little meteorite that wards off catastrophe. Name is Junghyuk Yu. Look him as someone I absolutely hate. Lying, can't you? Go tell that renouncer not to mess with me. Do as I say. I already know you're Dr. Kim. There's no use in lying. He said, I will entrust you with the meteor. Look at her. And she's such a complicated character. I wonder how much she's still going to be relevant to the story. King of the Wanderers. Flag. Care for such a trivial thing. We'll deal with the catastrophe of the north. Deal with the 4 remaining catastrophes. Thank you, King. Characters not you will be able to browse their info once you update the character profile. Would you like to update? Time to update already. New characters have been added. Can't show. Runaway model. Shouldn't it be runway model and not runaway model? Elemental bullets and guns to the items. Oh right, technically I should. Technically. Technically, I should. I mean, it's easy enough. When there's something like... Okay. I mean, technically, I can use it. Bullets. Then we ignore the bludgeoning and slashing bullet. We have cold bullets. We have fire bullet. We have lightning bullet. Lightning sound. Yes, it's a thunderous like sound bullet. Wrote that with 3 L. Egg. Poison and acid. I'm going to call it poison. Necrotic, radiant. Necrotic, bullet. Radiant, bullets. Force, bullets. Psychic, bullets. All of these are... This is an... Wait, and these... It's... I don't think that the gun matters too much. They were surprised by... Where was the statement of the bullet shot? Elemental bullets. Bullets infused with... Yeah, it's mainly about the bullets and not the guns. Then I still don't know if it's runway mod. What's a runaway mod? Is that actually a turn? No, it should be a runway mod. Should be a runway model. Runway. I'm confused now. It's runaway model prisoner. Escape prisoner, officer of justice. I guess escape prisoners, but I don't know what the frick. A runaway model prisoner. So she was a good prisoner, but then she escaped. I don't really know what enforcer of justice means. Write it down. Give general. Personal skills. Prison escape, whatever that means. Personal skill. Patience already should be there. Enforcement time. And okay. Shooting. I need to compare that because I have shoot here. But it's called shoot and not shooting. To differentiate, shoot is when you shoot a football. Track. So, if we go back here, we know that Enforcer of Justice grants access to the personal skill enforcement time and grants stats highest. Grants 2 status points that can be distributed between strength, dexterity, constitution. Okay, that Force of Justice. Maybe she was a cop once. Who knows? Escape prisoner. I guess I can just say escape prisoner grants this to the personal skill prison escape. The frick is prison escape? Personal skill. Let me look at in the bullets. Firearm. Pistol, bullets, stat, and normally bullets don't really matter. Pistols like 1d10, 1d12, 6. I mean, technically, bullets that can be used for any firearm weapon. I'm just going to give it general things and not categorize into like sniper bullet, other bullet. So like that used for any firearm weapon and gives back the old proper fire property. Item property. And property. Poison property. Protic property. Median. Property. Price considered, I said this was an E grade item, so I'm just going to say it's a lower one. It's 1,250 for 1 bullet. Actually, I'm going to adjust this. F. And I'm going to say this one costs. I need to look at my. I have it like at these prices. Still need to adjust them. But considering that crossbow costs like I have like light crossbow for 150 and it costs price. What does it say? The freaking price. D&D app. $25 gold pieces, and I said it costs 150 gold, 150 coins. Where does it say the ammunition? Crossbow bolts for 1 gold piece. So if we calculate that this thing costs 150 costs. This thing costs 25 gold piece, and it costs 150. So 150 equals 25, and 25. Let's say this thing costs, I don't know, let's just go low and say it costs 15 coins. And these things, because they're elemental things, they cost 1,150 coins. I have no idea. That's good enough for that, I guess. I still need to rework all of those prices. They are not entirely accurate again. Monsters need these things. Shooting. So I go to skill that is called Blade Training. Grants you proficiency in firearm weapons. Every level gives you +1 to hit with them. Yep. Now, what would be prison escape and what would be enforcement time? Enforcement time sounds to me like enforcement time also sounds like something that activates passively to me. Just like when you are fighting against someone that you have deemed evil, deal +1 damage per level. Have something like that. Some skill from Constellation. Enforcement time is similar to judgment time from Huion, just weaker. I have not written down judgment time because I thought that was a Huion exclusive. But I think sense of justice. When you fight someone, protect someone, or something from a person with bad intentions, you gain +1 to hit and +1 DR for every level. Yeah, I think that works fine. Prison escape though. Like sleight of hand. Let's just say when you are... I'm just going to give this as passive as well. A judge exclude. When you are picking a lock, you get +1 to the check. Are successful every level. Gee, I'm late. Hello, Arika. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a nice day, and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. That's finished, so then we can scroll. My Junichi as their supporting Constellation. Crazy. May not be powerful as a judge, but she even has the Enforcer class, which is almost as good. I think I need to make this a bit more powerful. When you're fighting against someone that you have deemed evil, you deal +1 damage and get +1 hits. So, like, you're just better at defeating them. Because, like, Sense of Justice... Sense of Justice is like, gain +1 to hit and you gain more damage reduction. So, you are better at protecting. But because your Sense of Justice is that you need to protect. But, like, Enforcer means that you want to enforce things on somebody else. Sense of Justice is just that you want to make sure that others are safe. Wolves are friends. Actually, as a fantasy biologist, I confirm. That's the wrong. Can't be viewed using character profile. No way. It's my mom. It's... Shit. Little survivor. Just be a king or powerful. Moonstone. Used to evolve Clefairy. Or Nidorino and Nidorina. I miss Mama and Kim. I wonder if she's ever going to be relevant to the story again. Or to counter the oncoming catastrophe. Evolve you to the next use. I evolve into a werewolf if I were to accept its power, but there's no more to the meteorite than this. You can change race. Here is born to you. Touched by Young Hansek. Sticker. Connected sound. Always someone I know. That you didn't. The woman I was talking to. Being the leader. Oh, he hasn't even read to me. Probably no. I told her myself. Will someone this boring story? I mean, why? It's something to talk about. Couldn't think of any other topic of conversation then. Making it. Making the... Level 55. Expected it to be at least 40 from the number of avatars you had. I didn't expect it to be this high. 2 hours and you'll go for 8. Hey, that's no fair. Remember at the first few chapters, Dr. Face was more rounded. Now seeing that it's so sharp. Yeah, he's losing so much weight. Our little boy. He's older than me, but our little boy. Medium mana recovery potions. I have those. Mana. Medium mana recovery potion. Lowest mana recovery potion. Low mana recovery potion. Immediate mana recovery potion. High mana recovery potion. Got enough mana potions for now. Older than me, but our little boy. Such nice. Can always take care of the big boys, even if they are older than you, little boy. How tall is Dr. Kim? I would assume that Junior is like 6'3" or something, because that's always the height authors use when they want to make somebody cool, appear cool and attractive or something. But I would feel like Dogja is slightly below 6', like 5'10", 5'11" or something. If I have to say it in freaking, what is, I don't know what it is in everything else. actually don't think that Jungkook is like 190. I think Johnson is like 190 centimeters. I think Jungkook is more like 183, 85. And Dokja, I feel like, is like just below 180, like 175, 175, 5'7"? Damn. 176. Smaller than. Is this Doggo? Yeah, this is Doggo spawn. Otherworld Interpreter. Oh. Otherworld. Didn't we have something like that already in interpretation? This skill allows you to roughly understand language even if you don't have experience in it. Make a roll to see if you can interpret what is being said every level after a person's skill grants. Isn't that kind of the same? I guess maybe interpretation is only for roughly understand Earth. Yeah, 184, that's expected. You can roughly understand Earth languages even if you don't have experience in them. Meanwhile, this is like you can copy this on elements. Just say like this one is other world languages. Easy enough. It's Doggo, and I wish Doggo had a longer run. $, it's Tim free, all over free D. Wait, first wolf. Almost there. Oh, look at those crazy eyes. Beautiful. First wolf, immune tar. Hey, we got new skills, but not like noble immune tar. Is something I can write down because there's not going to be anything like that. Humiliated survivor could be something. Humiliated survivor. Rare. Way of the wind. I called it advanced martial. Where is it? Let me check. Advanced martial training, also called advanced weapon proficiency. Yeah. War cry. Aegis. In. For performance. Usually immune. Oh, right. Your weapon. Right. You had to learn it from the immune tar. Like the immune tar had to teach it to use. Kind of like. Look at those 75s. Down. You see, she's also looking at the shop to buy something, but it must be like a different shop than the Dokkaebi shop, I guess. Good old guides. The Dokkaebi shop. So it seems like everybody, at least Sooyoung also has access to the Dokkaebi shop, but I guess everybody should have access to it then. I mean, it does say the Dokkaebi shop, but it's also just the Webtoon thing here. powerful enough to kill the one of the opponent's spawn. I don't really remember why he was that angry. By any chance. Right. Young hacking the system. Dokibi Show was only for Dogja and Junya. Ow. What could you do such a thing? My little puppy's angry. Okay. We have to work our way through it. War crime. Sage's insight. Insights. We have insight. When doing a wisdom insight section, you could just say that Sage's insight is like a secondary thing of that. So like doing where it's like evolved. Evolved. Yeah, I can write down it's like evolved version of it. Evolved version. Walker. Those of captains. I think this one should be. I think the novel Su Young also received a translation skill from the meme. Perchance. So war cry, I'm going to say, you can perform war cry. Yeah? Make no sense for only Dogja to get it, since Su Young put more mana into it. Kinda true, kinda true. And also, it was not Dogja who put the final thing. And if you were to argue that only the person who put in the final bit of mana would get it, but then that would mean that technically, only Su Young should have gotten it. So it makes sense if both of them get it. You can perform a war cry to potentially taunt enemies attacking you. What kind of they wisdom giving or roll going to cost. This one is Heal Skin is going to cost. Heal Skin is going to be passive. I cannot write. I still need to find my finger positioning on this freaking keyboard. This one just grants you more damage reduction. I just need to find the right wording in my head. Let's see if I have any skills that grant damage reduction comments. ER. This one grants 1 per level, and this one grants 5 extra damage reduction. I probably need to, and this one should be passive. You know what? If it's Tiger God Aura, make it overpowered. Let's say it's 10 extra damage reduction. And I'm going to copy Tiger God Aura skill, Heal Skin, and just change it to 2. What do you guys think Accumulated Survivor could do? Does it sound like something where you would gain stat points, or where you could gain heals? But even if it's skills, I don't know what it would be. Because it wouldn't be a war cry, it wouldn't be Sage's Insight, and it would not be Insight in general. And I don't think... You could argue Steel Skin, because like you are a humiliated survivor, so because of that you get Steel Skins to survive better. But I feel like it should be something else. But I feel like a skill is actually the right thing to do. Make it an OP skill. Low profit. I hope you had a nice day, and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. What could it be? What could it be? Needs to. I think it has to be a skill, but I'm unsure. Maybe agility. I guess you could argue that it's rare. Like it could be like grants access to the personal. Will your weapons have durability? I thought about that, but I feel like durability is just more annoying than it's fun. I'm saying dexterity or constitution in the way of like either you are tough to survive or you are running away to survive. There's access to a random personal skill. It could be crazy. It could be broken. But I mean, it also depends. Like, personal skills and items are things the characters can get. But personal attributes, we still need to think about that. Because, like, how would they gain personal attributes? Because they can't just pick. They can't just say, I want to be a prophet. I want to be the author. They can't just pick that. So either I can say, like, you can pick from all of the general level attributes. So you can be an edgelord, you can be a soldier, you can be a gamer, you can be an assault captain, a bug collector, a crouching figure. Crouching figure is also interesting to pick from. Dice rolls for weapon durability. I mean, I think weapon durability is just annoying. There can still be ways for the weapons to break, but if it's like, oh, this weapon has durability for 20 attacks, and it has like a nice skill, so I have to save it, and that always leads like to people not using like weapons or something, and I feel like that is like a kind of management. Also, like, it overcomplicates things, so we're not going to do durability. Probably going to let people pick from general level attributes, and if they want to say like, I'm going to create my own attribute, which is also going to be an option. I'm going to say, okay, what do you want to be? A board game and not video game. Yeah. It's okay. I feel like just for a board game, it's... If you have so many things to track, it's going to be annoying. It's going to be annoying. And also, considering all of the skills, all of these skills... Like, just imagine, like, an early game character has, like, almost 10 skills. And then when we continue, they get more and more and more and more skills. It's going to be difficult to, like, keep track of all of that. Many breaks against super powerful enemies if they try to actually break the weapon. Yeah, there can be mechanics, there can be other ways, there can be other things. I think, you know what? I'm going to change it. I'm just going to give it stats. Allows grants 4 status points that can be distributed between dexterity and constitution. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Oh my god, he talked about kobolds! Kobolds confirmed! Technically kobold confirmed for monster, but I don't know their tier, so I'm not going to write it down. ruling species of Kronos, not Earth. 5 catastrophes destroyed your world. Southern part of Kronos, where you're from, was destroyed by the dragon, right? Okay, so all of the... That was also like a question I still had in my mind, I forgot about it. If all of the catastrophes destroyed the world together, or if like in different timelines, in one timeline the dragon destroyed the world, in another timeline the flood catastrophe destroyed the world, in another one the other catastrophe destroyed the world. But it seems like all of them together did it. Fire Dragon Ignir. Wolf guy kind of looks like adult version of Grey from Solo Leveling Ragnarok. I still haven't started reading Solo Leveling Ragnarok. I want to do that one day just to say that I gave the Solo Leveling sequel a chance. He's so angry and he will be just a little puppy. No fires of hell. This world. Poor guy holding a little pup in his arms. Aww. What convenience. No Ignir. Aww. Ignir wasn't in the original novel either. It was an offspring. He the author's lawyer or something? You're actually the author, right? Ow, where did you get that? Little Kermit dog. Great Dragon Hunter. Oh my god, he said his own name! Crazy! That's a rarity! Southern continent was destroyed by the dragon. Maybe other continents were destroyed by catastrophe of questions. And then we had the catastrophe of flood. And did we ever learn what the name for the catastrophe of the north was? Where Doctor's mom went? Quite the coward. Master walked over here. Now he's learning the way of the wind. Dogja is becoming the avatar. 5 catastrophes spawn in the north, east, southwest, and center of Seoul. Yep, this catastrophe to the south has perished. At east, probably the question. Tempest in the left hand, Storm in the right. Master, sorry to inform you, but I don't think you got what it takes to learn the way of the wind. I don't think you have to tell him to learn any skill. Either the Oron Airbender, truly our beloved. She's also somewhere. We lost her. I remember. We lost this Suyong because of the computer exchange. She's so freaking... I hate how funny she is. I love her so much. What are your skills? Skills? Anybody skills? Metaphor. What does it say? Wind meets the other to form Taeguk. Again, the wind meets the other to form Yin and Yang. Why did you make such profound interpretations? Hurry up and show me. This is how it's done. One wind meets the other to form Taeguk, and the other meets. Oh my god! If I read it, I can do the same. possible? I love her so much. She's such a troll. 4 winds meet to form a fortification, and the 4 winds meet again in the shape of a triagram, making it so that there's wind everywhere and nowhere. How about it? Can't, can you? It's exactly how I feel. Master. Bottom of my heart. Year 5, humanoid demon. Icon Prince of the Immuntars had an epiphany. Did I write him down as a monster? He's a humanoid demon again. He's just a werewolf, right? He's just a werewolf. It says humanoid demon, but it should say like tier 5 werewolf. I love her so much. Oh, you're forgetting you can just copy skills of bookmark. Alright, he forgot all about bookmark in this sequence. My god, it's Bayong! Welcome back, Bayong! BI stands because he attracted to both genders. Actual name is Yong. Everybody just calls him Bayong because he's bi. Words are different. He's actually a Linarch. Joking me? Yay, mid-level Dokibi by next month. Hey, I'd leave you hanging. Oh, the friendship, the bond. Why can't I learn it? Only those with the protection symbol can learn the way of the wind. Give me a protection symbol. Ownership of the symbol can be transferred. They're even more skeptical than Jungyuk. No, I'm getting the hiccups. Oh yeah, that's also a picture I stole. I'll seduce him. Wait, I stole this picture as well. I seduce him. I would fall down. I would freaking fall down immediately. I would be on my knees. I would be begging. I would do everything I can for this queen. Yeah, Jungyuk will try to steal. Oh right, will we see the difference Sangha got, like, went through her evolution at this stage? Why was he injured like that? Did he teleport here until after the Dogja battle? Was that like still the damage from the Dogja battle? And both of them are like, he's going to make a mess out of everything. No one knows what happens if he... The damage from Doctor Lane. Oh right, he wanted to gain her like support, but she didn't. She turned out not as nice. Hear me, look back on all the things you've done. Much damage, it's just stage. I think I should have written all of these down already. That is ailment. Where did it say? Here, thousands. That is ailment. 1000 spirit poison. Here in Iron mythology, lycanthropes and werewolves are 2 different races too. Oh man, it's so complicated. Everything's complicated. I guess I could write down the 1000 spirit poison as an item. I'm not. I'm lazy. Midday Rendezvous, Barbara Branch, Novice Delphins. Oh my god, so many items! Items. Mid Day Rendezvous. Ist Rendezvous? Rendezvous. Rendezvous. We got the Barbara branch. Barbara's branch. Got Novice Dalton's. Novice Dalton. Corn. Got the Detox Potato. Very important item. Got Einter Temple's Purification Weapon. Einter's Temple Purification Water. Got Elaine Forest Essence. That one is already over. Elaine, yeah, Forest Essence. Consumable item with healing property. It is often called the most common type of healing potion in the Star Stream. Even if you are seriously wounded, you will be able to heal yourself by drinking the essence and going to sleep. 500 coins. C grade. Shouldn't be a C grade at 500 coins. It's not good, so it's going to be an F grade item, I guess. Ever. Good night, everybody. Good night, Arika. I hope you have good sleep and can start in your next day with a smile. I don't know their prices. I know that all of them together are 7,370. They're 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 items. It would be 7,300 and 7,000 divided by 8 would mean that everything is roughly 920. But I said that the Elaine Forest Essence is 500. Deducted that and determined that the rest of them are 7 items. Means every other item is roughly 981 coins. Okay. If everything is roughly 1,000 coins. If everything is roughly 1,000 coins. All of these together should come together to be roughly 7,000 coins. So it would be like if all of them are 1,000, that would be correct. No, it would not be correct. Why are there only 5 items? Because 2 of them are more expensive. So that is not true that all of them are. So let's say the midday rendezvous is 2,500. And that means I have 500 more to distribute. No, actually, no. It doesn't mean that. Because it needs to be, how often? We have 2 of those and 2 of those. I need to keep that in mind as well. So if they are all 1,000, we are here. But the Einter and the Novice need to be cheaper. I mean, this is just a branch. It's just Barbara's branch. Barbara's branch can't be that crazy. Barbara's branch is going to go on sale for freaking 550. It's going to go on sale for 350 coins. Novice Dalton's Horn, which got bought twice, is going to be it's the Novice, but it's Horn, so it's going to be I'm going to sell that for 250 coins. I don't care if I'm going to make it cheaper than the actual story. I just don't think these things should be that expensive. A Detox Potato, special item. So let's just say the Detox Potato is worth, how much is the Elaine thing worth here? 500 coins. So let's say the Detox Potato is also worth 500 coins. Then if we double these 2 items, Einter thing. Oh, this one needs to be 500. Enter Temple Purification Water can be 750, I guess. So if we maximize that, he got 2 of those, which would be 1,500. And he got 2 of the Delton Horn, which would mean 500 here. So my calculation here would be 5,350, which means I'm like 2,000 below. Epic level potato. I mean, even at 1,000, it would barely be an E-grade item. I can make it an E-grade and say it can solve like higher poisons. And then I can make the midday rendezvous more expensive. If it's 4.5. What if it's 4? Then I need to adjust this one to 250 and this one to 750. And those are the prices. Now I need to give them the ranks, which this one is a E grade item. This one is F grade item. F grade item. This one E grade. F. F. Antidote can be alchemy grade toad. Antidotes? Antidotes? Can be alchemy or crafting. Or crafting. Can be alchemy. Just say alchemy. And Midday Rendezvous is going to get an explanation. She found a spoon! Yes! It would make a great couple. Gifting so many coins. I ship it, I ship it, I ship it. Midday Rendezvous. Item that you can have to use to have a private conversation with a chosen target for a given time. He said a chosen target for a given time. If there's more than one person, it can be used like a group chat. So, chosen target, but it also can be used to more than one chosen target. So let's say it can be used at 4 targets. This item allows you to communicate privately up or other people in the form of a chat room. More coins I would have learned in telepathy. Personal skills. Telepathy. Don't have that here. Telepathy. Make a helm of telepathy. I mean, that's an item, but it's not even. It says here, for example, if you make a helm of telepathy using a robust essence, it would be at A rank instead of a B rank. This item is written down here, but this item doesn't exist in the book yet. Time of use can be prolonged by spending coins. I mean, I don't even know the time limit here yet. I can write it down. Communicate privately with up to 4 other people in the form of a chat room for 8 hours, I think. Telepathy, that's what I wanted to write down. Telepathy. One spell per Uh, this skill allows communicate with other person through your minds. Go east, Italy. Questions? Ah, questions. Why is she doing it anyway? I'm not sure why she was doing that. Oh, she was being controlled by the insect woman, right? And the insect wanted to destroy Earth, was it that? It was still active during the Constellation banquet. Alright. So wait, Junghyuk was keeping it alive? Junghyuk was paying it all the time to keep the freaking chat room going? So dramatic. How to kill me. And do that. Kill me until the end of the 5th scenario. I swear. Oath of existence. Actually, aw, I won't kill you, but I'll get you back for hitting me. I mean, it was a battle, so fair and square to get hit by Dogja. Oh my god, SSS grade talent? Look at all of those plants. Wonder if we get... Yeah, plant monster Yanas Pleta. Yanas Pleta. Tier 7. For the plant monster. Plant. First plant. Terraforming. I'm going to write that term. Different worlds. Starting. Or China is being invaded by the third Wuxia world. Those being transferred onto Kronos. China is being invaded by the third Wuxia world. Japan will be invaded by the White Demon world. You're a yokai. Who could be doing such a... Probably someone like you. You're the one who walked the fire dragon. Something on top. Why did you come to me? Let's stay. Alec. The 8th round, he wouldn't be able to say that. Were to give up that easily, I wouldn't have even been my journey. Someone who never gave up or hesitated to kill. That was because his mental state had been worn down due to experiencing so many tragedies. Aww. Don't know his third regression very. Probably did it to block off the other world god. First time having a serious conversation with him. Aside from being cool, was he always this smart? Bad idea, but what comes next is a different story. Destroyed the throne, the guys have been scattered all over the place. Step back and... Oh. Why? 10 evils. Poison Beauty, Sowa Lee. The only person who can use the 1000 Spirit Poison. Talk. Or I could make her an app. Not only his second regression's companion, but also a lover. I know, it was pathetic. Homies, man, she wasn't the Soho I know. I want to believe even for a moment that she was still the same woman I have memories. Know how you feel. As if you are regressed. Has he cried? Has he been crying? Is that why his eyes look like that? Has he been crying? He maybe shit his pants? What up, Junior? You look a bit destroyed. Scoundrel kidnapped my sister. Kidnap her, I was just protecting her, okay? Look at those plants coming down. And eels. Lotus. Already. If the catastrophes were awake already. About it. Nario would have started. Right? Poison Beauty's territory. Just do. Guide and learn off the wind. Off the wind. Always. But I don't have the talent. I like these interactions so much. These interactions are so peak. I hope that these funny interactions are not being cut out of the ever get to these stages. Everybody's running away. Poison arrows. Bow goes binted. Everybody, your bow goes binted. Yay! Here comes the poisonous. We got 2 more chapters for today. 2 more chapters. Kill? Item? I mean, it's Sanga's net. It's probably her stigma. Woman. She's a woman. Sanga. You know, it's always good to use 4 belts on your thighs because your thighs are so big, so you need to strap them very closely. And then you need to make sure that your waist is also getting squished together so that it can be seen as that you have that perfect hourglass figure. And then, because the belt is way too long and you couldn't cut the belt short or something, you have to let it run behind you so it looks like a cat tail. And don't forget, you also need to have like a jacket that is so tiny that it is completely useless. And don't forget the under boob belt to make sure that your boob is not jiggling around too much. And then you probably need to have a choker somewhere as well. He's also tired. Look at her guy jumping. He's just showing off that she's fake, man. Not wrong, not wrong. Look at her just decapitating all of them. She didn't want to kill anybody and only did it because she didn't want to see Gilyoung do it. And now she's just utterly mercilessly doing it. Yet she got so strong because he has talent. He has good constellations, a whole nebula, and also she went through the freaking Spartanic training of Junghyuk. Aww. When she's with Dogja, her eyes are immediately less tired. Out for that woman. Out? For which woman? I'm pretty sure Junghyuk obviously meant. I forgot about it, but he also was not around Dogja, who usually does all the fighting. Yeah, so she had to do something. Awkward. Pretty well equipped. That's one way to call it, Dogja. Damn. Don't just stare at her assets like that. calling him by name now. Trying to save me. Oh. Died saving someone. After all, he was one of the 10. Pildu, he should still be alive. Employer must respect the employee's property rights and must guarantee Pildu Gong's right to live. Seeing how nothing has happened to me despite the contract with the master, he definitely is alive. Look, that contract is not valid anymore. At latest in Peaceland, that contract must be so negated. Her eyes look somewhat weird, channel. I don't know, it looks slightly off. Like the direction of what the eye looks. Like it looks so diagonal, but it should be like going, I don't know why it's like that. Like over here it looks fine. It almost looks like they copied this eye over here. And didn't adjust the angle, because for this it looks fine. Dokja only cares about Chinese dresses, no, not what's inside. But yeah, this eye looks weird. Oh, these? Came across a green meteorite and rare items. Lucky to have come across it so early. Say you got them. Those items alone couldn't have made you that strong. Who's your support in Constellation? How did you level up your agile movement and reinforce knife fighting skills so quickly? That's not possible even with our growth package. Agile movement. Skill. You know what? Instead of dexterity, instead of acrobatics, we can call it agile. And reinforced knife fight. We have knife fighting, and reinforced knife fighting is going to be the evolved version. Reinforced knife. This. Version knife fighting. Knife fighting was passive. It's belt points. I wrote that. Items have names in the novel. Ancient Assassin's Dagger. Rich Cat's Leather Suit. Totally naked in Pildu's technically. Still respects his property and lets them live. I can write those. I mean, what did I just do? Did it do? Items always there? Was an item here? I don't know. Esker item. Ancient S Agar. Which that's S grade items, which must mean they are at least 100,000 coins worth. A dagger normally deals 1d4 damage F grade, 2d4 E grade, 3d4 D grade, 4d4 C grade, 5d4 E grade, 6d4 A grade, 7d4, but it would be 70. Writing it down. Okay. This dagger deals 7d4 damage and critically 18. An assassin's dagger, so it must deal a lot of damage. Damage to distant enemies? Why would it? I guess it makes sense with her strings. So it must be like a dagger deals 74 damage. Damage when stabbing weapon. And 10d4 damage when he has a thrown weapon. It can... It critically hits... Critically hits on 18 or... Suitors increased movement speed the longer the duration of the attack. Damage reduction. The leather suit. So let me look at items. Let me look at like leather armor. Leather armor gives you like 11 damage reduction. What did I write down for the increases by 2 per rank? So 11 for like a leather armor F grade, 13 for E grade, 15 for D grade, 17 for C grade, 19 for B grade, 21 for A grade, and 23 for S grade. So it would be 23 DR, and then that ability that this leather transfera 23 DR, and as a battle continues, it increases their movement by... Did I? Sure. I say it in foot. Okay, we're using feet here. Increases their movement by... Like, it has to be 5 foot each time. By 5 foot for each turn. A little as it continues again. I think that's fine. Items. I think... What would you say? Are these lower S tier items? Middle grade? High tier? Like top tier? Like where do you see them? In like the 100,000 to 250,000? In the 250 to 500? 500 to 750? Or 750 to 999,000? Like in which range would you see them? First disciple. Such excellent according to Dogja. So, I mean, that's also like, that's speaking about their quality, their strengths, and whatnot, but they don't need to be priced accordingly. As pro skill. Yeah, the lover of the Constellation at that level can't help Sangha grow that quickly. Hermes Stroll. According to Constellations, Ariadna, she wouldn't be able to use Hermes' stigma. Hello everyone, how have you been? Yeah, so Dogja is already figuring out that she has the supporting constellation of all freaking Olympus. Which idiot is going to come out? Is it Paul again? No, it was... Oh, it's him. Oh, it's more of them. Multiple. Catastrophes. Let's... Oh my god, it's raining angels. Raining women. Okay, if they're excellent, I can rate them from middle to something. So let's say this item here is worth 635,000 coins. While this one is worth more. This one is worth an 800 mark. So let's say this one is worth 843,000 coins. Random number generator. Wait, actually, let's do that. Random number generator. Give me a number between 800,000 and 900,000. 1,000. Then I'm going to round it. Oops. 5. It's 874,675 coins. That's a lot of coins. I don't think any of you have that many coins. Imagine you see this freaking string coming closer to you and just, oh my god, poor people, poor people. Oh, so hot. I will fall down. I'm on my knees, man. I'm begging. Woof, woof, woof. She's also pretty, but not so. I don't woof for her. Enough to my god, it's insects. Why does it say tier B? What the frick is tier B now? Humanoid demon, insect man. And it does say B, right? An 8 and a B. 8 makes sense. B and 8 look similar enough. But how do you make this mistake? It makes no sense at all. Like 0% sense, right? Like if you look at your keyboard, B is nowhere close to a freaking 8. Makes no sense at all. 8. I think... Did we decide... I think we decided to put insects into beasts, so the insect man would be beast monsters as well. Aiden novel. Yeah, it never was anything like B. It makes no sense at all. Poison nails. Come on, show me your stats. Let's end this week by seeing the stats for Sol Huali. We got the Skilled Physician and the Poison Master. Skilled Physician. Poison Master. Rare. Weapons proficiency we have Promiscuous Demon. Do we have something like that already? Promiscuous. Go through the last ones. Avatar. Laugh. I think Laugh Affair Demon and Promiscuous Demon are the same. I think these two are the same. Poison Emission. Poison Emission. Concoct poison. Detoxify. Different translation. Yeah. Affected by a parasite. Join the parasite. Antino stats have Stigma. Stigma, boy. Stigma. So, all things considered, poison emission. What do you think? I think poison emission comes from Poison Master. Grants access the personal skill poison emission. Would you say that concoct poison also comes from Poison Master? Could be personal skills poison emission and concoct poison. Meanwhile, skilled physician grants access to the personal skill detoxification. And grants 2 status points that can be distributed between dexterity. That's between dexterity, intelligence, intelligence, and magic power. I think that's fair. You get poison emission and concoct poison, you get detoxification, and you can distribute 2 spells. And now I just need to give them skills. This one is passive. This one will cost 2 spell points. This one will cost 1 spell point. This one will cost 2 spell points. Easier to create poison and to defeat poison. Poison spray indeed. We wrote everything down. This is not yet the end of the chapter. Poison skills should come from Poison Master. So Poison Spray. You extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from the palm. Creature must succeed to take 1d12 poison damage. It's fair. Damage increases 1d12 each level skill. This is like a do or suck kind of thing. Because if the person resists the Constitution saving throw, they don't take any damage at all. Range. I guess, yeah. I think that works. I think that's fine. I think that's good. Concoct poison. This skill grants you proficiency in making poisons through alchemy. This is something with medicine. Should it just be general medicine? But no, medicine is more targeted, so this one is a different one. If I check and say something like this, it says when doing an intelligence medicine check to detoxify. Yeah. Then this should also be 1 spell point, by the way. I made it more expensive than it should. I just like center looks nice. Okay, that's done. The items are done. Skills are done. This is done. Monsters are written so far. We can roll. The 8 Kronos was destroyed. The 5 ruling species of Kronos each selected a hero. We never even met these other 3, I think. Because considering all of this, I'm wondering where they were. They die? Did not come because like the dragon got dealt with. I feel like we just never saw the person helping his mother, and I don't know. But one of them to this Yusong. Tier 5 Monarch level insect parasite Antinous. I'm not going to write it down because Antinous will not be a boss monster in my game. You have to gain by waking the catastrophe. Weren't the guides supposed to stop the catastrophe alongside human? Talking about this, I'm going to do one more thing after we finish this chapter, but this is the last chapter we go through. We will do one tiny other thing where I can reveal something to you, but it depends on if I find something else against your mission. That body before. Kill her! Needs her. Needs his emotional support. Other part, his other half. Thousand Spirit Poison. Protected. That you wouldn't have entered a body like that. Oh, he got that Dongui Bobi Babidi crazy item. Not the Dongui Bogam. End of the chapter. I'm going to bookmark this so I can easily find episode 79 when we return next week. Now, let's get to the thing that I wanted to check. We are going into the popular section. To the action. Omniscient, I mean, I'm going to open a few. I'm going to be honest with you. We are manhwa only. The book? The book came out of nowhere? Okay, what I want to tell you is, it's not much of a spoiler. Because I'm probably going to rework that because I'm rethinking if that world is such a good idea. You know how there's one thing that I want to do with you where I will technically test the thing by playing the system by myself. And if they mention it after in a flashback. And to test that system, I want to use the story called... I want to write it on screen. Please, me write it on screen. Why can I not switch over to freaking Obi? What's happening? Hello, please. Shit, thank you. Text font, this. I have outline. Yeah. Off point. Lips. This halfway. This is center. This is the thing. The story that I'm going to tell is going to be called The Fourth Way to Survive the Apocalypse. I mistyped that. That is the name for each of my stories. Apocalypse. So, the thing that we're going to play with Haku and others when we come to it is going to be called The Fourth Way to Survive the Apocalypse. But the other stories are also part of that, but they will have like an added on part, and like the Fourth Way to Survive the Apocalypse, the Paris Dome, which might not be called that, but it's like called that in my head right now because it plays in the Paris Dome. We also have like Fourth Way to Survive the Apocalypse, other world, which is going to be something. I need to work on that. And then this one is the thing that is the most likely for you to be seen in the foreseeable future, which is called the fourth way to survive the apocalypse, catastrophe. It is meant to be a system test where I am going to play it by myself in a way. And as you know, the catastrophes go to another world to fight against that world and destroy it, which will kind of be like the plot of like that thing. The world I had in mind was actually, I'm not going to tell you that in case I will use that, because I don't find anything. Basically, I can tell you, I was looking through different webtoons that I read, and I decided of like, which of these webtoons would make for an interesting world where like incarnations from other places, monsters from other places could come to and attempt to destroy it. And I thought like, well, I am reading Tower of God, so maybe that story. But then I was like, but the Tower of God world is so bonkers, crazy strong. It is not really comparable to like what normally would be like a catastrophe, like attacking world. I feel like that's not a good world. I thought about Illicid, but Illicid, I kind of, it just didn't fit the vibe of what I wanted to achieve. So I kind of just put Illicid in the back burner and decided not to do it. Where can I? Do I have book? I thought about hardcore leveling warrior, but that's not a real world. I have not read Jungle Juice. Lookism is way too weak. Yeah, only commented. Popular. I mean, I thought about a lot of stories, but I didn't get to any. I feel like I chose a good one, but I'm not sure. What do you think? What kind of webtoon worlds would be an interesting world to invade as a catastrophe? On this part, I can also tell you, while you guys are thinking about it, I am planning to do like streams where we're going to work ourselves through creating these different catastrophes. So I will have a stream where I'm going to create different characters. I think we're going to create at least like 8 to 10 different characters so that they can also die. And it's unclear if what kind of catastrophe will be there at the end, what kind of catastrophe. If they fail to defeat the thing, that is also an option. So I don't really care if they succeed in destroying the planet or if they fail in destroying the planet. But like, I just am thinking about, okay, what kind of world am I going to? And we're going to create these characters on stream. I'm thinking about doing that sometime in the future. Let's see if we can do it in April. Maybe. I would love to do it in April. I kind of want to get into the fourth way to survive the apocalypse, like world, cinematic universe, before we enter summer. But I think we entered spring already, okay? So let's attempt to get there in time. And it also seems like in the poll that Fiend won, which means that the werewolves will be fiends. Has to be a webtoon with at least 5 strong characters. Yeah, I have an idea. I have an idea which I have been writing down notes for a long time. Where I wrote down like basically I wrote down like 4 sessions, which is like, it's like a 4 session long thing where you have like Session 1 you fight against these guys, Session 2 against these guys, Session 3 against these guys, and Session 4 against the final boss. And it's going to be like increasingly more difficult. And you guys as Constellations, as we are creating these incarnations, you will get the option to solo leveling without Jinwoo. You mean like fighting against these S-rank hunters or something? Actually, that could work as well. And it would be popular. It would be a popular thing to go for that. Actually, it would be a good decision. So, I'm going to tell you the things. Solo leveling would be a good option. Drifted. Very good shot. Very good answer. It could either be about the different S-rank hunters from different countries, or it could be about the shadows. But I think the S-rank hunters would be more interesting. Technically, people would think that the shadows are more relevant and be more interesting for the solo leveling diehard fan, but maybe I could go for that. But let me tell you the world that I wanted to use for now. I have written it down here. Open it. You might be reading the story as well. Enrolling in a Transcendent Academy. I was working on making the catastrophe take place in that world, because I feel like that world has an interesting connection to Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. So, I could ask you, maybe in a poll on a YouTube channel or something, if you would rather, still leveling with, if you would rather have the story for a catastrophe take place in enrolling in a Transcendent Academy or in solo leveling. If I have to tell you why enrolling in the Transcendent Academy is interesting, it's because the Transcendent Academy, basically, the constellations that we know are like teachers in Transcendent Academy. And I could connect that together. Because like, the main character from Transcendent Academy learns things like from characters like what's his name? From Wukong. He had like a training session together with Wukong. He fought against Fafnir, which is like a dragon very reminiscent of the Abyssal Black Flame Dragon, and he has also connections to like different constellations that would be relevant. Like, just to name a few that he has their connections with, he has connections to Atlas, he has connections to Hercules, he has connections to Ares, to Shang San Feng, to Huatuo, to Fafnir, as I said, and so many other characters as well. So it would be interesting in the way that the constellations know the main character, because I say that these are the same characters. Like in the Dokkaebi worlds and your worlds, they are doing the scenarios to entertain themselves and fight with people. But enrolling in the Transcendent Academy worlds, no Dokkaebis arrived. Instead, there is like this Transcendent Academy because some of the constellations were so bored. So they tried to teach humans their skills and make them stronger so they can become their incarnations in the future or something like that. So the two options are going to be solo leveling or Transcendent Academy. I'm going to make a poll for that on my YouTube thing. I'm going to keep that poll up and running for a while, even though I probably already know that solo leveling is going to win. But I think for now, that is all from me for today, I would say. I think we have reached the end of our stream. With enough yapping, with enough energy. And that means, sorry, I had a brain lag at the moment. I'm going to end my stream here. And we will see each other again on Monday for Kubara, Tuesday for Omniscient Viewpoint, or maybe on some other day for me to play games or work on this thing. I'm going to make a poll about this, asking the question on my channel, expecting the answer to be exactly what we all think. And all that's left to be said from me for now is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Thank you for your time with me, and thank you for your answers that have helped me out in creating more and more of this world. Goodbye!